What's good? What's good? I'm trying out a different shirt provider for my shirts. No Division right here. I haven't washed it yet, but this one feels way more comfortable. So I want to have a comfortable shirt in addition to a shirt that has a message. If you're not familiar with my idea or my notion of this no division, I believe we need to stop letting the ruling classes, the elites, the aristocracy, we need to stop letting them divide us as a working class, as the general population, the whole 99% thing that was going on 15 years ago. Before these weird culture war woke issues really started to dominate the collective conversation in the mainstream, and then the division came in. So we need to stop letting them divide us because they're doing really good at it. And when they're successful at dividing the population, they're also then successful at consolidating power and resources, which is what their ultimate objective is. To them, we as the working class are quite literally a resource that needs managed. So anyways, I say all of that because I myself am very much a working class individual. The title of this video, I think, is going to be, I just put $6.06 in my gas tank. Didn't even get me 1.5 gallons. I live in Seattle, Washington currently, where food and gas prices are among the highest in the country. I actually live in a minivan because my ultimate objective is to save money and to buy land. Now, I do want to say I have the money. I could have put more money into my gas tank. But my goal is at the end of this month to make the down payment on the land, on my acreage. And so I'm challenging myself to be somewhat frugal for the next 2 weeks, to have as much money as I can stocked up, saved up for the down payment. And then also just to, make sure I have enough money to exist, to the next paycheck, essentially. So I'm going to make the down payment, but I also want to have money to exist after that. And so it's also good to just be more frugal in general. Something I will admit is that because I live in my minivan and I'm saving money on that expense on rent, I do maybe allow myself to be less disciplined in some areas than I should be. And once I make that down payment and I have a land loan that I want to pay off as fast as possible, I want to be better. And so the idea is I want to be building these habits, and I have been building these habits before I take on that burden, but I need to do better. I need to do better. And I am challenging myself to do better. So I put the $6.06 in my gas tank because I had a $10 bill. And so I decided this is my lunch for today. So I'm about to go to my second job, my retail job. I'm working 11:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then tomorrow, Monday morning, I get to go to my fun, Monday through Friday job, which is construction. And so today, this is my lunch. So I'm not going to eat actually a lunch. I'm just going to sit out here and smoke some weed and sip on this. It's easy for me, 0 or low calories. I think it won't break my fast. I fast frequently. It's easy to save money when you just eat less. But another thing that I'm wanting to do is, so I want to buy a microwave. So technically it's actually a microwave air fryer. And I want it for the air fryer portion. My boss, my general contractor boss, has commented that it would be cool to have a microwave on the job site. We currently have one big job in addition. I made a short, actually. Go check out my shorts. You can look at the work. So we have one big job right now. And there's another big job coming up that they're going to overlap a little bit. But both of them have a space for us to have a microwave. And we already have a Keurig, which is nice because I still go to Starbucks sometimes, but I've cut back a lot because we have the Keurig and we're so freaking blessed. And so the next step for me is to buy a microwave. And I made a comment in my last couple of videos talking about how Seattle, I've been seeing the articles going around, has the highest restaurant prices in the nation. And I can confirm I've paid $20 when you include tax and tips. And I don't even want to fucking talk about tips, because yes, tipping culture is frustrating, but it's part of our culture. And we can move away from it, and I would like to collectively move away from it. But while it is part of the culture, I participate in it. So after taxes and tips, $20 I've paid for a burrito. It's insane. I once had to pay $4 for a side of sour cream. I got like a fajita omelet at this place, right? That was $16 or whatever. And then I was like, oh, there's no sour cream. You'd think it would come with sour cream. So I asked for some sour cream. I was expecting a little bit. And then she came out with this giant tub. And then on the bill, it was $4 fucking. I was like, God damn. Anyways, I'm getting a little sidetracked. The microwave at the job site will enable me to just make lunches there. I already have a rice cooker. So I will just be doing steak and rice a lot, which is awesome because I'll be saving a few bucks and be eating way better, because when we go out to lunch, sometimes it's like a burrito's kind of healthy-ish, rice, beans, meat, cheese, sour cream, but like the ratios are never desirable, in my opinion. I like 12 ounces of meat and about a cup of rice. That is the primo ratio for me, but I'm a fucking caveman. Look at me. Different people have different dietary desires programmed into their genetics, as crazy as that sounds. I postulate. And so not everybody would thrive or are designed to eat the way I eat. But knowing the way that my body likes to eat and perform, our lunches aren't as healthy as they could be. So moving forward, I'm going to be making more lunches after I buy the microwave. I have the $100. I'm just wanting to hold on to it right now because of what I had talked about previously. But I have the $100, so I should buy it. I will buy it eventually. Or if you want to help my cause, you can donate. Please, I might have links in the description. Anyways, I'm going to buy the microwave, make my own lunches, and save money that way. To add on to all of this, I'm still desiring to continue on my mouth. There's this whole big treatment plan that I'm working with a dentist and a physical therapist on. They want to expand my upper jaw to allow my tongue to rest on the roof of my mouth when I sleep, because I have really bad sleep apnea, which sucks because part of me, my soul, still has so much energy left, but my body's not able to recover in the appropriate way to match my soul energy. And so my soul's like, let's go. And my body's like, yo, bro, I'm fucking beat up. And so I need to save money for that, because that's, when all is said and done, probably going to be 10 to 12 grand, but spread out over the course of a few years. So I need to pay off my land the loan I'm going to take out at the end of this month. I need to invest in myself. And then also my minivan needs some attention too. So next year is going to be expensive. However, I'm set up to accomplish it. For the first time in a very long time, I'm set up to succeed in life. Holy shit, it's a good feeling. Even though I'm not at a great place in life, I know I will get there. I have faith, like I talked about in one of my previous videos, that I will get there. It has been just a really rough few years for me personally. Go watch all of my content and you'll see just raw struggle. But it was all for a good purpose. I needed to just be better. I needed to learn to be more disciplined, and I needed to also learn how to just let go for a little bit, because I'm going to end the video here, I guess, but I was so attached to the narrative and what's going on and unable to detach in a way to allow myself not be outraged so much and to just focus on my future. I need to focus on my future. Yes, there is so much going on in the world right now, but that's part of the division. that I talked about at the beginning of the video. They're dividing us and distracting us so we don't focus on our future and the true resistance, which in my opinion is a return to the planet. I already made a video on that. Go check out my videos, my past videos. I'll end the video there. Thank you very much. Much love.